What's going on, y'all? It's Elijah Locks. We got another PrizePicks video for you guys. In today's video, we got the college football week 1 Friday player props for you guys. And I hope you guys tell yesterday's video for the Thursday week 1 slate. As you guys can see, we gave you guys this 3-man cashed out. Kate Hauser, Anthony Smith, Darius Taylor, all three of these ones did go over easily. So again, if you guys tell that one, we did cash out. Again, let me know if you guys did tell down below in the comments. Love seeing whenever the picks actually do help you guys out. And we got another play very similar to that one that we got cooked up on today's video. You can either run a 3-man or a 4-man. I'm giving you guys two different variants on options. But without further ado, before we get in these plays, make sure to drop a like and subscribe with those post notifications turned on. It would be much appreciated. If you guys are new here to the channel, we do not charge picks or anything. So if you guys like to support me and help me out, again, best way you guys can do that is can just drop in that like right quick down below, completely free. And again, if you're new here and want to stay tuned and just would like to try me out, again, drop that sub. It's completely free as well. So nice little cash on yesterday's video. As you guys can see, 3-man. And if you guys are new, we just partnered with Parlay, played similar sports betting out to PrizePicks. If you guys use this code ElijahLocks right here, you get a $100 deposit match and a $5 free game. So without having to put any money down at all, it's a good little option right there. But with that being said, we're gonna go and hop into the props. Got a decent amount of games for Friday on this week 1. We're gonna give you guys two different games, two different teams that we're gonna be looking at. Colorado Buffaloes versus Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets. That one should be a pretty solid game in my opinion. Spread is minus 4.5, over and under of 51.5. And then we're going to be giving you guys some players from this Auburn versus Baylor game. So should be pretty solid, in my opinion, over and under of 58.5. Probably the best game of the night by far for Friday. And then, again, we got a huge, very good slate for Saturday. So if you guys enjoyed yesterday's video, make sure this post notifications are turned on to get notified for whenever we drop the Saturday video. We're definitely going to be giving you guys like multiple different parlays and whatnot, like multiple different 3 or 4-mans. So again, if I were you guys, I'd make sure you guys are staying tuned. With that being said, we're going to go out our props. No more talking. Our first correlation play that we're going to be giving you guys is the Colorado boys. Like this matchup, again, I believe they should definitely be playing from behind, especially against Georgia Tech. They're not bad defensively and offensively. I just feel like they have a little bit more talent, or like our complete team. We don't know how Colorado's going to do so far this season. Again, obviously they lost 2 of their main players. Actually, majority of their offense, like within the receivers and stuff, and quarterback, obviously. But there's some good returning players. They got a decent quarterback coming around, Salter, so it should be pretty solid. And they actually got a lot of like help on the offensive line and everything. So they've been definitely trying to pick up their things in Colorado, and I feel like the pieces should be fit pretty well there with their play style that Deion Sanders does play. So we're gonna be Caden Salter over his 213.5 passing yards. Last season, obviously, he was on a different team with Liberty. He had a very hot start, as you guys can see right here, against similar matchups. He was going out there and doing his thing. Now we got Georgia Tech, who's ranked 69th in passing yards allowed in that passing yard defense. They go a total of 220 plus a game. Now I feel like 215 or 213 is pretty low in my opinion. I could definitely see him going for at least 220 easily. With the way that Colorado runs their offense, they love to throw the ball, a 64% pass rate compared to 36% run rate. So again, as long as it's like relatively similar, at least over like a 55% pass rate, I'll take it, especially with this new team going on. Now, as you guys can see, a lot of their wide receiver targets did end up leaving, going to the league and whatnot. So Travis Hunter, LeJohntay Wester, Will Shepard, Jimmy Horn, all those guys were the main ones within the last 2 seasons. But we're going to be rocking with the wide receiver, Draylon Miller. I feel like this one should be a pretty solid. Even with all these guys here, he still had an 8% target share. So obviously he wasn't getting as many looks because he was the wide receiver 4 on this team. But we definitely seen a lot of good opportunities whenever like other opposing receivers were out. For example, when there was like 2 or 3 of them out, I believe at one point within this Utah game, again, he went crazy even with Kansas right there. So 108, that just shows whenever he's having less competition, the amount of targets that he'll definitely see. And whenever he does get targets, he has a pretty good conversion rate of actually catching the ball, with a 90% conversion rate on getting those receptions. So it should be pretty solid against 6 and 5 whenever he actually was getting looks. Now we only need him to cover, what's this line at, 36.5, which is very low in my opinion, especially with all those guys leaving. He knows the offense, he knows how to play everything there. So he's, again, one of the returning players that they have, and I believe he should definitely be a good option. Again, been around Deion Sanders for a while, so he's definitely going to utilize him pretty solidly in this matchup. So these are our first 2 players that we give you guys. Again, they are going to have to be playing from behind. Obviously, I feel like Georgia Tech should get a decent lead, and it is actually over there in Colorado. So obviously they got a pretty good home crowd over there. So their team and everything just having the excitement and being motivated by the crowd with them having to play from behind, again, I definitely feel like there should be a lot of opportunities for them to air out the ball. So should be a nice little correlation play right there. So we'll be rocking with those two for the first player props. Caden Salter passing yards and then receiving yards with Draylon Miller. I was definitely gonna consider Mario Miller. He's obviously one of the other returning receivers, but I feel like just Draylon at 36.5 is again very low, especially for what we've seen from him in the past whenever he doesn't have as much competition in the target share. So he's definitely going to be moving up those lines. So as long as he gets those targets, again, I feel like that one should be cash money. And then our last and final player, we're going to be rocking with Cam Coleman. And I was debating on putting Jackson Arnold in here as well to just do like a 4-man correlation play. But again, I'm not too confident in Jackson Arnold. I feel like Cam Coleman is definitely a lock though. I was like definitely considering on putting his goblin line. He has a very low goblin line right here at 29.5. So again, if you guys would like to play it safe, I could recommend throwing in this 30 line. Again, this one's like probably minus 700 for him to hit this line. It would only be a 3x payout. So I'm just rocking the normal line though. I feel like he should have a good game either way. Again, he was wide receiver 2 last season. Now he's returning and he probably got a better pickup in the quarterback, I would say. Again, nothing crazy with Jackson Arnold. He had a rough season last season, but again, we've definitely seen performances out of him from the previous one outside of last season where he definitely knows how to throw the ball. So we've seen those instances. I feel like it was just a team situation over there in Oklahoma. Just had a pretty bad one. And as you guys can see, Cam Coleman last season had a almost 16% target share with 56 targets on the whole season, which is pretty solid. And if we look at the tight end, number 1 wide receiver left, so just Malcolm Simmons and Cam Coleman are going to be competing for those target shares. But either way, I feel like you should have a good one. Baylor, they're ranked defensively, are pretty bad in receiving yards allowed. They give up a total of 233 plus a game, being ranked 9th. There's only like around 140 teams within the rankings of the receiving area. So again, definitely bottom of the barrel in that aspect. And then last season, he ended up the season strong. Obviously, at the beginning, he wasn't getting as many targets, obviously, with the target share being second on the list. But if we look at the end against teams that were just so bad in receiving yards, ULM, Texas A&M was pretty bad, and then Bama, they just ended up, I don't know what happened with Bama. They were playing from behind either way. But again, all 3 of these games, he was able to do his thing. And then right here against Baylor, it should be neck and neck. So there's definitely going to be a lot of opportunities for them to throw the ball. So minus 1.5 spread. Either way, Cam Coleman is going to be our go-to out of the other game. So we're going to go with that one right there. Cam Coleman over this 69.5 receiving yards. This one's actually been getting bumped up a lot recently. It was originally at 67.5, got bumped up to 69 within like the last 30 minutes. So again, PrizePicks knows that there's a good chance that he has a good game. And then obviously we could throw in Jackson Arnold because if Cam's gonna go crazy, more than likely Jackson, he's gonna have to do his thing passing the ball as well. I feel like 236 is just a little bit too high. So again, maybe throwing in 189.5. Pair it with this one instead, and again, you got a nice little correlation play right there. Pretty good payout shift as well, a 5x payout. Throwing $5, 125. Throwing $20, you win 100. So again, nice little 4-man right there. His normal line is pretty solid as well, but again, I just feel like the odds of him hitting that much just based off his recent performance, I wouldn't be too confident. Obviously, it's a whole different system, but if you throw this one in, it is a 8x payout. But either way, definitely like Caden Salter, Draylon Miller for sure. Pair with Cam Coleman for sure. And again, if you guys want to throw in Jackson Arnold, you can. But for the instance of the video, I'd just say we're going to recommend these 3 alone. So Caden Salter, quarterback. Draylon Miller, wide receiver, 36.5, 213.5, and then Cam Coleman, 69.5. So these are the picks we're going to give you guys on today's video for this Friday, August 29th, week 1, Friday, second day slate, whatever you guys want to call it. So should be pretty solid in my opinion. Cashed out yesterday. Again, let me know if you guys tell down below in the comments. Make sure you guys join the Discord. Free link is in the description. Again, completely free, just so you post announcements, extra player props, and all that good stuff. So if you guys would like to try out, we're definitely going to be uploading a lot more picks on Saturday's slate for college football and on there that do not make the video. So again, good little option right there. But that is all I got for you guys. Again, please drop that like and subscribe if you guys haven't already. It would be much appreciated. It just really helps me out, especially that like. It just helps the channel get out there to more people. And yeah, that is all I got. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. Hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks for watching, and let's see today.